I don't know.
Speaking of Henry Cavill, Snyder Cut soon.
Oh, yeah, next week, I believe.
It is.
That would
next
be an
week,
interesting
yes.
one.
It's going to be long.
4 hours, 6 chapters.
Long.
Ooh.
Yeah, 4 hours.
Man,
Probably a hidden 8th chapter.
I don't think I've ever watched like a 4-hour movie.
Lord of the Rings.
Is one of those movies 4 hours?
Return of the King is 4 hours, isn't it?
It's close. I don't
it?
know if it's quite 4 hours.
I think it's 3.5.
What is Return
340.
of the King Extended Edition?
I feel like like Hamilton was 3 hours.
3 hours and 48 minutes. It's
Yeah.
See,
close.
I've never seen a 4-hour
But
movie.
how many of those are credits, too?
I don't know.
That's true. There's probably long credits there.
It's pretty long.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I've seen a 7.5-hour movie.
By accident?
No, many times. It's 10th Kingdom.
Isn't that a miniseries though?
Yeah, but I mean, it was.
You
watched
watched
it
it
all
like
at
a
once.
movie?
It is a movie.
Yeah.
Because I've watched it too.
It
I
was
think
just-
I watched it in a miniseries thing where like it cut every so often, and that's
Yeah.
where we stopped.
It's just edited to be like a mini series.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
For,
Melanie likes that
for
one.
TV.
So we watched like a couple one night and a couple another night kind of thing or something
Yeah.
like that.
Definitely think with the Snyder Cut, I want to go more of the Zack Snyder came out and said like, here's a good spot to break, like small break, big break, small break is kind of what he had gone with in terms of like being able to watch the movie. He's like, if you're a champ, just watch the whole thing, you know. But if you're looking for a break, here's around the time you could do a break, so that might benefit too.
Like how long's Gone with the Wind? Because I never watched that because I was like, that's too long.
I think it's a normal movie, like, isn't it?
It's like 3 hours.
I thought it was a long one.
Is it?
I was pretty sure.
I don't think it has an intermission. Lawrence of Arabia has an intermission. I know.
It's weird to think of like movies having intermissions. Now I've gone to like Broadway stage play
Yeah.
kind of things and stuff, and those are usually pretty long.
Gone with the Wind's 4 hours.
4 hours. Wow.
Yeah, 3 hours 58 minutes. And Titanic is 3.5.
I've seen Titanic, but that also like it had a split. I feel like didn't it? Like at least the DVD did.
Well,
Lawrence
when
of
I
Arabia
watched
is
it, it
shorter.
was on VHS, and it was 2 VHSs.
Yeah. Lawrence of Arabia is shorter than Gone with the Wind.
Yeah.
Interesting.
My copy of Titanic on VHS had an intermission because you had to switch it out.
Sure. My
that what you just
Braveheart
said?
for VHS.
You said Titanic?
Had to have that.
Okay, I did the thing I was talking about earlier.
Did he take his glasses
When
off?
I only hear one thing, I heard him say VHS tape.
Yeah, no, I was like, Titanic, I think, had an intermission. I was like, well, at least it did on the DVDs because you had like different DVDs. And then Calvin said that his was VHS.
Yeah. That's the thing that I talk about from this week. So, Jancy has hit the very exclusive club of people that have learned to just let me catch up with my hearing. Like, sometimes
And not the hot dog topping.
Nope, not ketchup. Ketchup. But yeah, like my mom did this all the time. She would ask me a question, and just like what happened with Calvin, except not really.
In reverse.
I'm listening to her, but because of my hearing loss, I don't hear everything she says. I might hear 1 or 2 words, right? And I would always go, huh? While still trying to figure out what she said. And most of the time, I would just figure out through context clues or where our conversation was or something. Most of the time, I generally would figure it out. So she would wait, not answer, and then I would answer, you know? And then I would be kind of annoyed that she didn't ask it again. / kind of like, it's funny that she's around me so much she realized that happened. And Jancy has now entered, unknowingly, that small exclusive club because she did. We went, where were we? We were doing something. We were in the car. And she did that, and I'm like, I can't believe you did that. She almost was like, what? Like she did something wrong?
Sure.
Like, no, like you just been around me so much that happens. So that was a thing. But what also happens is I only heard Calvin say VHS tape, nothing about Titanic, and then I was thinking intermission. So rather than being able to pay attention and say Calvin's talking about the intermission Titanic, I thought I was bringing up something new. You guys are like, Eric's not paying attention to us. I'm just disabled.
You just don't pay attention.
So is that something that they develop because you like, they'll start to say it again and you talk over them?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. It's like they see me trying to catch up in the conversation, and then kind of like it is kind of will ruin the flow of the conversation sometimes. But yeah, there's that thing. So I know people do that. The other thing far more people do is if it's like a lot of ambient noise or something. If they they say something and I go, huh? Then they say it again. I'm like, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what I said. They'll say it one more time. No one repeats themselves 4 times. They only repeat themselves 2 more times.
I don't repeat myself that much to people that can hear.
Yeah, I know. But like, as a person with hearing loss, like, someone saying something, me not getting it, and then refusing to say what it was, like, hits me hard. Like, it's like a pet peeve. Like, I hate it so much, you know? But I know not to push it more than asking for it twice, because they'll only say it 3 times. It's like a universal thing throughout all cultures in humanity. They will not repeat themselves again. They'll say, forget it.
You shouldn't have told us. You should have tested us.
I should
And
have.
seen how many times we repeat.
You make it seem like I haven't. No. No, that's just something I learned early on.
I feel like you've asked me to repeat myself several times, and I've repeated myself.
Yep, but not up to you saying the thing 3 times. I usually
Yeah, I definitely have.
don't. Yeah. I don't know.
I just say something different every time.
Yeah.
That's cool, Rick.
I've looked at Eric before and just gone,
Fucking.
and he'll be like, huh?
Yeah.
Like, oh, nothing, never mind.
Yeah. Aaron's the kind of guy that, like, a blind guy's like crossing the street. Like, is it okay? And you're like, sure.
Jackass!
I'm kidding.
Why are there tanks?
No, I wouldn't do it that way. If anything,
Yeah.
I'd be like, don't worry. Hey, watch out, there's a bus coming.
Yeah.
And then walk away, and he's waiting to hear the bus come by, and it never
It
comes.
never comes. And then you mug him.
Like, at least that way, he's not going to get hurt.
Yeah.
It's just like, I got him.
Aaron will do that sometimes.
I'm not gonna-
I'm like, dude, it's not a toy.
They don't want special treatment, right? Isn't that the
I
idea?
suppose that is the
I'm not
case.
treating him any different than I treat someone else.
Sure. They can't see. You're not impervious to fire, so I should set you on fire?
No,
You don't want
should-
special treatment, do you?
You should have me worry that there is fire. It's like when I'm playing tour gas with like Melanie and Wayne and stuff. It's a booby trapped like dungeon and stuff. And sometimes like just you'll go into a room and once you get to a certain threshold, just an axe will just go whoosh. So I'll go through ahead of them, and they won't see at that time. I'll be like, watch out for the axe. And now they're like walking slowly, like trying to like, where is it? Where's the axe at? Like, there's no axe. I was like, what? I've been walking for a minute trying to watch out for this axe.
I imagine like a little person like walking and you're like swinging a knife over them, and they're like, "Stop it!" Like, what? You're fine.
That's dangerous.
But that's
I wouldn't put anyone in danger.
you're taking advantage of a person's
Why would you do that,
disability
Aaron?
for
I'm
your
not.
own entertainment.
Why would you do that?
I've never done that. I've never done anything to a blind guy.
Have you ever
I've
purposely?
only messed with my half-deaf best friend.
Have you ever?
Because that's the only person you know who has a disability that you can take advantage of, and he won't try to murder you.
Have you ever purposely given me the wrong directions?
No, you never asked me for directions.
Okay.
Sometimes
I've
he just
also-
lies though.
Any times that we've had to, I've been asked to make sure you get home.
Yeah.
So like I can't just do this. I have to make sure this man gets back to where he needs to go. So
You have given Eric wrong directions when he asks where a sound is coming from.
I have done that,
You have done that.
right?
That's probably the thing that you've done most.
I think I have done that. I think Eric's like, "Where's the plane at?" And I'll be looking somewhere else. Like, huh? He'll be like, "What?"
Where is
Goddamn
it? I don't see
planes.
it. Eric, it's over there.
See,
Oh!
when that happens, I hear the plane. I gotta find out where it's coming from. I gotta spin in a circle to find out where it is.
Sure.
Then I find the quadrant of the sky that it's in, and then I find it. And then I have to look around to see if anybody saw me do that.
You're like a radar dish.
Yeah,
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've
what I
watched
have
him
to
do
do.
it, but he tries to also do it covertly.
I do
As to
because I
not-
don't want people to be like, oh, "What are you doing?"
It's like that phone thing
And
where
Aaron's
we all
like,
start
"Look what he's
laughing.
doing! He's filming it."
And see, I'm just in the middle of the street and turning in circles because I'm lost.
Exactly. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, you want to spin in circles, Rick, you get more lost.
Yeah. Ugh.
But yeah, it's like that one time that like the phone rang and you were like picking up all kinds of stuff trying to figure out what was ringing and stuff. Like, you don't want us to see that, but you got to do it so you can be like,
Yeah.
I don't hate the deaf.
I wonder if
Clearly,
there's an-
Aaron just hates the deaf.
I don't
Is
hate
there
the
an
deaf.
app where like you can have Aaron's like smartwatch in your
Yeah.
phone, and it can be like warmer, colder, as it's like ringing?
I don't know. Maybe. I know they make headphones now that you can put the headphones on. It has a mic, so anything that hits this side of your head will then also be like put
Talking
into
in there.
here as
That's
well.
cool.
It's like an ambient noise thing. I was like, that's pretty cool, but then you have to have headphones on, you know?
Sure.
Yeah, and then you can't hear what's coming from the left side.
Well, you can because it also anything that's coming from the left side is also transmitted through.
okay.
Oh, okay.
It was not just. What would that do, Aaron?
This is your creation. I don't know what's going on.
It's not my creation.
That'd be so terrible.
That would be terrible.
Now you're just deaf on the other side
Yeah.
now.
Here,
Do,
Aaron.
like, sound
But I wanted to try it out to see what
Rob
it's like.
posted this in chat.
However, I just wonder, like, is there some kind of like indication or some kind of like filtration it does to make it so that the sound that's coming from that side, you can hear it, but you can tell it's coming from that side and not this one. I wonder if that's a thing.
I mean, there are surround sound headphones that you
Yeah.
can play a sound that sounds like it's coming from behind you.
Yeah.
So if you could do that, so that any sound coming from over here sounds like it's coming from behind you,
Yeah.
you'll
Or-
at least check left before you check behind you,
Maybe.
right?
Yeah.
Or if like the headphones could exert like a slight pressure.
Oh, that'd give me a headache.
So like, you felt a little press here or like,
a
a,
haptic
Or like
feedback.
It has a little steel ball on a rod on top, and whenever something's behind you, it just whacks you in the back of the head. Ow! Oh, hey.
I remember being taken to get my hearing tested, and the guy doing the test being not mad but annoyed at me because when I did it, I didn't want people. I don't know. Like as a kid, you just want to succeed at a test. You don't care about being accurate. You want to be right.
sure.
So like it's they put headphones on. You're supposed to raise your hand if you hear a sound in that ear. So I it would be like nothing, and then I'd hear and then nothing. And he's like, all right, you didn't hear anything on the right side? I'm like, oh no. He's like, okay. And that does again.
Just trying to guess.
And it's like, well, it's the same interval. So he's like, do you really hear it? I'm like, yeah, no. I just want to win.
I want to win. I need a high score.
I just want to blend in.
No. I used to be. I don't know. I don't do that. I don't do that to people I don't know. I do it to
No,
people
that's
I know.
just,
Also, Rick created me.
weirdly, it is a term of
Rick made me this
affection
way.
he
Okay, I
has.
used to be a sweet little
This is
kid.
how he shows
when I was
Oh,
younger.
don't
And
blame this on Rick.
Rick from behind the scenes, pulling strings and shit, created me this way.
I had to make you into my evil twin, so like I could be Kami,
You can be the good guy.
Yeah, and
but
you
you
could-
were evil the whole time.
and you
creating
could be
me.
Piccolo.
Ugh.
Anyway,
It's only been like my dad. He's lost a lot of hearing, and like whenever he doesn't hear something, he goes.
oh,
Sure.
is it
Right at
the lean?
He just points it at you. He's like, "Say it again."
That's like an
I
old,
do that, but I go kind of like,
It's like an old people thing or something.
Yeah.
I don't know because I've
Yeah.
seen people do that. Like they're not deaf in
Yeah.
the ear or anything, but
he like gets
just
up
like-
and he's like halfway out of his chair.
Yeah.
He just looks down at the floor.
Yeah.
I try not to do that.
No, Eric has definitely like pushed his ear and like so close in a very loud environment that he's like grazed my nose with his ear.
Yeah, I've had to do that. Like sometimes I have to like turn my whole head. do
Yeah,
this.
and like lean
But it's
way
only
in.
when there's a lot of ambient noise. Yeah.
yeah, but that's not that far to have to lean in.
Yeah. Like I remember going. I think it was like E3 or Comic Con or something like that. I'd have to be like.
Yeah. There was. I feel like there was another time at Star Wars.
It's.
I remember definitely doing it, and I think it was to you. I pointed my ear at you to hear, and then there was a person like behind you that I was like really close to.
Yeah.
And I remember just being like, "Yeah," and looking right at him, and they're like,
And I'm not nuzzling your ear.
It's like what I was saying. Was it this week when I was like, it's like being at like a club,
"Yeah."
like at a dance where it's really loud, and the only way people talk to each other is just getting right next to their ear and be like,
Yeah.
"Hey, going to get a drink. You want anything?"
Yeah.
And then they lean over your ear. No, I'm good, thanks. You know,
Yeah.
that's it. I remember those days. Not anymore. Those are
Yeah,
gone.
not anymore.
Those are gone.
Oh man, just makes my skin crawl thinking about somebody screaming in my face.
I remember there was a kid in elementary school that like he did what Aaron did, but without his affection. Where he would just like scream in my bad ear.
I never.
Did you hear that? But the thing is that my eardrum still
Never.
works.
Yeah, it can still
So
be damaged.
It hurts, but I can't hear her.
I've
Yeah.
never
You know?
screamed in your bad ear.
No, you never done that before.
Never done that.
Little shit.
Before I start getting squats and push-ups for screaming in your ear, and
Yeah.
I've never done it.
Yeah.
But I love though the people that did scream in your ear at the haunted house, and you just like walk by, and I feel like I'd see them be like,
That
what
was.
the hell? I thought it was a good scare. You
Oh,
wasn't
that
even
was
looking
one of
at
the
it.
greatest things. I
like,
wish
there's
we had
video of
filmed
that.
Just walking, and you're just like, don't even notice them, and they're like following you, trailing along with you as you
Yeah.
go.
That's funny. Poor
It was so
guys.
good.
I imagine, like, to them, it felt like they were in a dream where you're trying to scream, but you make no sound. They're
Oh
like,
my
I feel like
gosh,
I'm
yeah.
screaming, but he's
Like-
not reacting.
Like Sarah Connor.
Yeah, exactly. You probably freaked them out.
Probably. Oh man.
Oh yeah, 4 o'clock now. Dang, I don't even know what we've talked about.
Boobies and couches and booby traps.
butt
and
chins.
Butt chins.
I know for a fact because the one girl that cuts my hair has told me. She's like, you've come in, you might come in every couple of months, get a haircut, and I didn't know that you were deaf in one ear the first, year or so. Because there's sometimes I'd talk to you and you just talk right back, and other times you just won't say a fucking thing. Because she'll be over here and she'll be like, "So, how was your day?"
Yeah.
And I'm just, I'm like, "I'm sorry, I'm deaf." She's like, "I know that now because I've said it before,
And if
But
she's using the clippers on this side, like, I can still hear out of this ear, but
Yeah.
you probably can't.
nope.
Hear
That
past
has to be
Yeah.
a unique thing. Like, you guys don't know what it sounds like to have a clipper on this side, but you can't hear it out of that ear. I know what that sounds like.